So Jamahal Hill has finally responded. And he responded on Twitter. I don't think anyone has covered this yet. It was fairly recent. His response makes absolutely no sense. So we're going to go over that. We're going to go over an Alex Pereira interview. He responds to it as well. The whole shenanigans at the UFC PI, which I must say, dude. All right, listen. The UFC they've got to be doing this stuff on purpose. Like, you're a fighting organization. Why are fighters running into each other in the PI? You should have like security everywhere and just guarding, like knowing the times, when, who's going to be where, making sure nothing happens. They have to be letting this stuff happen on purpose to promote fights. I swear, dude. But anyway, Jamahal Hill here. I think he's doing a meme or video, whatever, but I see this a lot on Instagram right now. And if you're wondering why I'm calling him Jamahal Hill, that's quite literally what his name is spelled. Jamahal Hill. And listen, if your mother is going to try and be unique and different and name her kid something that's not a normal spelling, I'm going to call them by that stupid ass name. For example, now this one I wouldn't say is a stupid name, but this is just an example. John Jones. Is John in John Jones spelled John? No, it's spelled Jon. And then you got Bobby Green. We got Bobby Green, changing it to King Green. I'm noticing a pattern here. But Jamahal Hill is spelled Jamahal Hill. And then, yeah, Jamahal Hill. Jamahal. Jamahal Hill. Either his mom didn't know how to spell or read, or I don't know. I just think she was illiterate. Actually, I don't think that. I think she was just trying to be unique. If his name was Bob, his mom would have spelt it BOHTB, and the T is silent, and the H, I guess, can work. Anyway, I'm getting off track here, guys. Getting off track. Am I recording right now? Yes, I am. All right. I was a fan of Jamahal Hill. I'm very sad right now because I was backing him up until this video surfaced yesterday. I was a fan of Jamahal Hill ever since he left Johnny Walker like this. When I saw this fight live on pay-per-view and he left Johnny Walker, the hype train, like this, I was a fan. I was a fan. If you guys remember this fight, he had Johnny Walker doing this type of stuff. Putting his hands up like he just got shot right between the eyes. Going in for a fadeaway hug, it looks like. Fadeaway hug here. It says it's in 9K, but it's not. Yeah, it's Timber and yeah, all the funny photos. He really did do Johnny like that. When he did Johnny like this, boy, I was a fan. And all right, so Jamahal Hill here, he lost to Alex Pereira. Now, if he did go and say, "Oh yeah, I lost. He was a better fighter," blah blah blah, it would be boring. I am glad he is in denial. I am glad he is coming out and saying, "No, I was caught off guard." He's being very fun. I'm excited to see the rematch, and it might actually happen due to the chaos he is bringing about in the MMA community in the light heavyweight division. It's better than just saying I was beat that night. So I give him props for that. That's why I haven't turned against him over the last however many months since he's lost to Pereira. And everyone's saying, "Oh, he's delusional, blah, blah, blah." I don't care. I wanted to see the rematch. He was doing good up until that point. I just wanted to see the rematch and see what would happen. And yeah, I was still on the Jamahal Hill train. I even still called him Jamahal Hill back then, but not anymore. So, yeah, he's still been putting up this gosh, I don't know what I'm saying. He's still been building up this fight, talking about you guys have probably seen this, like, beat it funny how you rushed little ass Roundtree and dumbass Yuri like you were the man, but waited until the refs got in the way to swing at me. You will see me again at 100% soon, and we both know the fear that was in your heart. So yeah, he wasn't at 100%. If I remember correctly, I think they both took that fight short notice to save a pay-per-view card because UFC fighters, they always pull out and they make too much money, so they never fight. And he was Alex. The only trash talk he said was, "Calm down, my son. Pass this test, and Dad will give you a second chance." And I don't even. If he did say this, he said the Portuguese version. Who knows if he actually even said this? Because even after this whole thing at the PI, Alex Pereira has still been respectful. And yeah, Jamahal Hill, he just talks a lot of shit on Twitter. Down here, he's talking a lot. Get him a sensu bean. And yeah, but there are some new things he's posted on Twitter that I wanted to go over before we get into the video, because Alex Pereira, he did tweet the video, which we'll watch, but I'll play the video at the end because I'm sure a lot of you have already seen it. Whoever's watching this video, probably not many people, but I translated what he says here to English from Portuguese, and it's what he put for this video. He titled it, "The atmosphere became tense." That's all he put. He posted the video and said, "The atmosphere became tense," with that emoji. That's it. If it was Jamahal Hill, he would have been saying something like, "Bitch ass pussy, he wanted to fight me, but not barehanded, barefisted. He wanted to put gloves on. What a bitch." He would have said something like that. Wait, Johnny Bones Twitter handle. Why is his name Johnny Meat now? Man, this is what I'm talking about with names, dude. Was his Twitter username always Johnny Meat? I don't know. His duck avatar is funny as hell. I like his duck avatar picture. Anyway, he's only following 24 people. The fuck? Anyway, so the atmosphere became tense. That's all Alex Pereira posted really about it. And I think he was busy accepting the Fighter of the Year award, I believe, and he was questioned about Jamahal Hill, the confrontation. So we'll play this, and he's also respectable in this video as well. Jamahal Hill would not have been. And yeah, so let's really quick, before we get into that, because I think this here is more interesting. Jamahal Hill, he talks about the whole domestic violence case with his brother because people keep talking about it. And when I say people, I mean MMA Joey, because MMA Joey's like the only one who I keep seeing bring it up for some weird reason. I think, well, MMA Joey just has an inferiority complex, but Jamahal Hill probably said something wrong to him one time, and Joey hasn't let that grudge go. But anyway, in regards to hitting his brother, Jamahal Hill said, "My brother punched my kid's mother in the head." He says his kid's mother because obviously it's no shocker. They're probably not married or in a relationship. Probably just a baby mama. "My brother punched my kid's mother in the head trying to hit me, and I jabbed him once. Then tried to extort money out of me. That case was thrown out 9 months ago, and MFs want to keep talking like family betrayal for money is cool or funny. Y'all that mad you can't teach my level." Whatever that means. So essentially, he's saying his brother punched his girl in the head, and so Jamahal Hill just jabbed him back, and that, I guess, took him out. And then the brother tried to sue or extort, and then that case was thrown out. And I kind of believe him because you haven't really heard anything about it, really, since that happened. So, and based off of what his Jamahal Hill's picture is, needing the flex, I wouldn't be shocked if his brother's like this as well, but just isn't as successful or rich, so he needs to extort his own brother. Yeah, so I won't hold that whole thing against Jamahal Hill with the beating his brother up. I don't care about that. But he finally responded to what was the whole boxing glove situation. I know we haven't watched the video, but you already know that he was given the gloves multiple times, and he would not even touch them bitches, dude. He was staying far away from them. He's finally responded. So a guy said, okay, I'll explain it how I understood. If it's serious enough to where we need to fight, why would I put gloves on? We can go right here, right now. If not, why would I put gloves on for free just to fight just because? That is all. So I think what this guy is saying is, if it's so serious, we're just going to try to kill each other, basically. Just barehanded, no gloves. And if it's not that serious, why would I put gloves on just to fight for free? So I guess like he's saying Jamahal Hill is in the in-between where it's not so serious. Yeah, if he's saying it's not serious enough to have a bare knuckle fight, but he's not just gonna then put gloves on and fight for free. So it's kind of like the in-between, or it's just not serious enough at all, and he's not just then gonna fight for free. Yeah, he says, if it's serious enough to where we need to fight, why would I put gloves on? We can go right here. So Jamahal Hill says, holy shit, shout out to you, bro, because at least some people have a brain. So it's kind of confirming that, guys, it just doesn't make sense, because you're coming up to him and saying like, oh, we off Twitter now, it's not Twitter now. So if you're going to take that action, and you've been saying this too, it is that serious. It's serious enough to where you're not going to wear the gloves. And in the video, I think he even says like, no gloves. So it is serious enough then. So why don't you fight with no gloves? You didn't do anything. And then if it's not serious enough for that, to just fight it out, then you're not actually that mad at him. So why are you going at him like that? Why are you going at Pereira like that? And then in the other end, yeah, if it doesn't end in a fist fight to the death, are you going to put gloves on and fight in the octagon? And then no, you wouldn't. So that whenever you get into a situation like this, you need to be ready for the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is you're going to fight him barehanded or with gloves. And you didn't do either. You did not fight barehanded, and you did not fight with gloves when given the option. And you were kind of given the option barehanded because, well, it didn't really seem like you even tried to do barehanded fighting, bare knuckle. You didn't even try. I don't even remember you saying let's go out into the street. I don't remember hearing this. So you had no plan, dude. You had no plan. What did you think was going to happen? He doesn't even speak English, Jamahal. What are you doing? He doesn't even speak. I even think it's kind of like bowling in a sense, because it's like Pereira can't defend himself. He doesn't speak English. He's just going to look at you, be polite, fist bump you, and then look all like innocent, like, what? Oh, you're actually mad. Oh, you actually, it's actually personal. That's what he's thinking. Then he's just going to be like, well, here, take the gloves. Like, here's gloves, we fight. Oh, no? What do you want? Like, what do you want then? Go away. That's what it's like, dude. Like, what? Leave the dude alone then. Like, if I was in his position, I would have taken a good minute and thought, like, how could this end? What's the percentage of me? What is the chance of me coming out of this interaction on looking good? And the percentage chance of me coming out of this interaction looking good is very low. All right. Whatever. Did we get through everything yet? All right. So, yep, I don't blame him for the domestic violence thing. And this tweet for his response, it just doesn't make sense. All right. Where are we at? We did the translation. We did the Alex Pereira. All right. So we're going to look at Alex Pereira's response. And oh my gosh, I don't even have my headphones plugged in. Give me 1 second, guys. Plug these bad boys in right here. These suckers about $2. All right, let's listen to this beautiful man.
I want to ask you too, there was a video that came out today of you and Jamahal Hill in a little altercation at the Performance Institute. Can we get your side of exactly what happened there?
Pô, ele viu hoje, né, um vídeo que saiu, você e o Jamahal Hill tendo uma alteração lá no PI. Fala um pouco bem o que aconteceu.
Ali, pô, isso acontece, né? Essa não é a primeira vez, né? Comigo é a primeira vez que acontece, mas, pô, tô bem focado mesmo em mim mesmo, né? O que ele faz pra mim, pô, não interessa. E, pô, acho que ele tem que se preocupar com a luta dele, próxima luta dele, e quem sabe aí, né, ele ganhando, ele tem uma segunda chance aí para lutar comigo.
Well, things happen. First kind of time that happened with me, but I'm focused on myself, focused on my thing, and right now he should be worried about his next fight. He's having a tough fight with Jimmy.
Alex, what do you think your next fight will be?
And that was it. That was basically it. I don't know if you guys heard it that well. He says he should just focus on his next fight coming up, and he said, I think he said, it is, and what happened, we move on. But let me play it. I'm just gonna play back what the translator said. Hang on.
Ele ganhando, ele tem uma segunda chance aí para lutar comigo.
Well, things happen. First kind of time that happened with me, but I'm focused on myself, focused on my thing, and right now he should be worried about his next fight. He's having a tough fight with Jimmy.
All right, so he said things happen, but I'm focused on myself, focused on my fight. He should be focused on his fight. It's a tough opponent. Very respectable. Didn't make it a big deal. Pereira's a G. He's not about the drama. Yeah. And even on his Twitter, he's still been respectable. This dude, he's a different level. Like, not just in fighting, but I mean just how he carries himself. If he was a native English speaker, maybe he'd be talking a little bit different. I don't know, but even right here, he spoke in Portuguese and he said, I just focus on myself. Yeah, it was just a thing that happened. He should focus on his next opponent. That's all he said. Very commendable. That was his amazing response, guys. So, lastly now, we're going to play the video of what happened, and we'll kind of go over it. If you made it this far and haven't seen this video yet, then, oh, here it is.
Not on Twitter now.
All right. Since this is Gaslight MMA here, in the spirit of Gaslight MMA, we're going to try to gaslight ourselves into believing that Alex Pereira was the scared one. You know, this dude with the towel around his neck after a tough workout, Alex Pereira probably saw him busting those weights, doing the cardio, sweating so much he needs a towel over his neck, and he starts shaking. Then he starts walking towards him, and he's really shaking. So much so, he puts his fist up like, we cool, bro? We good? And it ain't good. Alex Pereira doesn't know what to do now, so he runs away to the cage here. But when he gets to the cage, Jamahal's already there. He's already there like he's Frieza, just snap there. And he's like, oh, he's faster than me. Shit. So then he gets the gloves out because he doesn't want to get left hooked right there by Jamahal Hill, like, and become a Johnny Walker. He doesn't want this to be him. So he gets the gloves. Boom. He throws the gloves to Jamahal Hill and instantly runs away, hoping that the gloves would take out his knees once again, because Jamahal Hill was already having knee issues, and that's why he was out and had to relinquish the title. And he was hoping those gloves, two of them, he was hoping those gloves would take him out. They didn't, so he turns around and sees that they had no effect. All right, Jamahal Hill is saying, we don't need gloves. We don't need gloves. At this point, Alex Pereira is starting to panic. Really starting to panic. He doesn't want his teeth busted. He doesn't want cuts on his face. Oh, there was a quick jump cut. I predict that Jamahal threw a quick jab and broke his nose. I think he's got a broken nose now, and they just didn't want to show us that, so they cut it out. He's hurting right now. Alex Pereira's hurting from that jab that was cut out. Oh, and Jamahal Hill probably banged his girl too in between that cut that they cut out. Now Jamahal Hill is saying, you need to get paid. I need to get paid. I need to get paid. So I think Poatan is very relieved that Jamahal isn't going to do anything without money. But he realizes that the cameraman is telling him he'll give him money if he fights him right now. So the fight's about to happen with gloves. That's when this coach steps in to break it up, because Alex Pereira was in trouble.
Você não quer filmar?
Let's make money. Let's make money.
All right. Alex Pereira is still pointing at the gloves, hoping Jamahal Hill doesn't call his bluff, and he doesn't. According to the gloves.
We're good, boys.
There's still what is happening? There's still all right. I hope that gaslit you guys into believing that Jamahal Hill walked away the winner here. In all seriousness, I'll say that he says we're not on Twitter now. Alex Pereira was just like, probably didn't even understand what he was saying, gave him a fist bump, and realized, oh, you're actually hurt. Like, you're actually personally hurt over what I did to you in the octagon. Okay. And then I called you son on Twitter, which probably wasn't even me, but my manager typed that up. Okay. So then Alex Pereira quickly walks over, picks up the gloves, and is like, here, we can fight. Jamahal Hill is probably thinking, oh, fuck. And I was like, oh, well, no gloves. Let me, it's so funny because this is what these fighters do. Do you guys remember when Kobe Covington was actually good and everyone hated him because he's like, oh, Brazil, you're a dump, blah, blah, blah. And then after that, everyone's like, oh, Kobe's a piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. Justin Gaethje was one of them. And Kobe was like, I'll fight Justin Gaethje, I'll fight Dustin Poirier, I'll fight all these guys. Dustin Poirier ducked him. Dustin Poirier said, oh, I don't want to get him rich. I don't want him to make money off me. Excuse, they always say that. Even Justin Gaethje, I think I remember, he said, yeah, Kobe would beat me in a fight. He would beat me. Kobe would beat me in a UFC fight. But in a street fight, I'd kill him. I'd beat him, blah, blah, blah. And this is what Jamahal Hill is doing here. It's like, oh, fight in the cage with very small gloves. Oh, no gloves. How about no gloves? Basically saying street fight. That's like the thing you do, like when you try to show like it's, because no gloves and street fighting, which is just violence, is the pinnacle of like who is the number one guy, life or death. Who's the number one? No rule set in the octagon with gloves and a ref in a small octagon. In a street with nothing but our bodies and everything we have to utilize, who's dying? And that's what he does. Like, oh, I'm tougher. Fighting you in a cage with gloves, I'm tougher than that. No gloves. How about no gloves? So he takes it a step up. He calls the bluff and he raises it. Oh, we're not on Twitter. Oh shit, you'll actually fight me? Oh, how about with no gloves? Oh, hoping Alex Pereira does not call his bluff. And they didn't fight with no gloves. I think Alex Pereira was just then pointing gloves. And I agree, because who wants to get cuts on their face? Who wants to get broken teeth, broken hands, a broken skull? Just put the little gloves on, dude. And he wouldn't. And then he says it like, oh, well, I don't fight for free. I don't fight for free. I think Kobe did this a couple times too, when people actually called him out in public, and he's like, why would I fight for free? I fight for money. Let's go make money for free. Why we fight for free? Let's go make money in the octagon, in the UFC. And that's his thing now. He was just like, was he backing up too when he was saying it? Let's see. Gosh. So he kind of starts backing away a little bit.
Let's make money.
Because his coaches start getting involved. Is that his coach? And that's when he starts to go away, and he even has to, like, Alex Pereira still being respectful, kind of, but Jamahal Hill has to still say, "Oh, put your boy asleep. That's what I'll make money on. Putting your boy to sleep." Still disrespectful for no reason, and then it still goes on. Pereira points to the gloves again near the end. Jamahal still won't even touch them, as if they have radiation on them, as if they're radiated gloves. And he doesn't want cancer in his hands. Yeah, the radiation levels of those gloves were just too high, guys. And yeah, I think this was very poor judgment on Jamahal Hill's part. I don't know what he was expecting. Maybe he was expecting Pereira to be like, "Oh, blah, blah, blah," and then he'd be like, "Oh yeah, see, I called him out to a fight in real life and he backed down." I do not think he was expecting Pereira to quickly walk over and do this shit, dude. This is funny. Watch this. Boom. Put him on. And starts walking towards the cage. Dude. Pereira is the final boss, dude. I'll play this one more time. This is the final boss. Fucking G. And then watch this shit. There's right here. He's still Pereira's still walking in the background, just ready. But let's go to where he points to the gloves again. It's right here. His coach throws away the gloves. Pereira points to them. Says, "Let's go." Points to the octagon after pointing to the gloves. The coach in the middle wants this guy to take his gloves off in case he has to be an offensive lineman and stop a fight from happening. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, I don't know, guys. And oh gosh, I wasn't even on the video the last oops, sorry guys. Anyway, yeah, I was sorry, I think I was on myself there for the end there. But this part here, I was saying Jamahal Hill was not expecting this part, for him to pick up the gloves and just throw it at him. Walking towards the cage saying, "Let's fight." Jamahal Hill was not expecting that. And then this part here, he points towards the gloves in a violent way. He got fraud checked, dude. I'm sorry, Jamahal Hill got fraud checked. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. See you in the next one.